Having patience and knowing exactly how to scale as an individual agent to 40K, and specifically in this video, how to get your agency to $1 million a month or push from 1 million to 2 and continue to grow. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly the concepts that you need. And today, we're actually going to be talking about what's called pass-offs and how they have effectively been working for some of our clients. My name is Trey. I'm the owner of Agent Lead Lab. In the past 3.5 years, we've helped 550 agents issue pay $40,000 a month by focusing on our blueprints. And on this channel, all I try to do is explain to you the methodologies, the principles, and the behaviors of those people and those agency owners and what they are doing to be successful. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Let's hop right into the video. As I've been apologizing on every video, once again, y'all, I appreciate your patience. I told myself I was going to record content every day. And actually, last week, I kind of fell off the horse a little bit. But nonetheless, this is my fourth video and a 5-part video where I'm going to catch back up. So I have recorded essentially kind of these videos. Phase one is essentially, the name of the video is obviously how to work high intent leads and having patience with drip in / self-gen, basically people running ads for you or for your agency. Part one is the most important. It's your mindset. I've kind of walked through that, what it looks like. 2 things. Number one, you got to have the right mindset about money, and you have to have a self-reality check to understand that you're not making the money that you say you are, or else you would not be tripping on Panda retainer or no ad spend. And if you are, then, just be honest. Don't lie to yourself, because that's the first thing. Like, if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to do this successfully. Number 2 is lead type. Specifically, what lead type do you need to work in order to be successful, as well as how much do you need to spend. I have an entire 50-minute video on my YouTube channel that breaks all that down. You can just scroll down. I think it's called like lead type demographics or something, behaviors. You can scroll down and you'll see it. Number 3 is hand dialing patterns for success. So it's essentially like, if you do not work drip leads properly, you're not going to have success. But you cannot treat them like age leads. With age leads, you get a ton of leads. So it's like, yeah, you can just dial through them and then close the ones you want, and then you throw the rest to the garbage because they're so cheap. But with fresh leads, people get their pennies in a bunch because they get them, they call them when they first come in, and then they try to call them one time later that day, and they're like, they don't pick up. They're not actually working the leads properly. So it's like, if you don't work the leads properly, you can't have proper expectations. Next thing is how to call the leads. Most people just call off their phone, or they just call off their burner, and they only do one or the other, maybe do 2, and they don't do 3. 3 is alternatives. FaceTime audio, FaceTime video. I didn't even put this on here before, but it's like looking up numbers, right? Like, people don't just do all the things that you need to do to be successful. And because of that, they don't get the results. And it's just pretty simple. If you're an individual agent, though, that's kind of where we stop. If you're an agency owner, I'm going to go into 2 concepts that really help our agency owners grow. Number 1 is what we call pass-off timelines. So typically what happens is after about 14 days or so, right? Honestly, a lead is aged, like officially aged. Right now, that's kind of what we do in the like life insurance space. But how I do it, and our agencies should do it, is if you're not working leads effectively, you're not squeezing all the juice. So you're missing out on leads. If you're not calling them enough when they first opt in, here's what you should do. Let's just say you're spending $100 a day on ads. I'm going to walk you through how this works. So if you're an agency, right, you're spending $100 a day on ads, which isn't really a lot, but let's just say you're spending $100 a day, and that's agent 1. And he's getting, let's just say, 300 leads a month. Okay, so $3,000 times 3, that's so basically it's $10 a lead. Okay, if you're spending $100 a day, that means you're getting 10 leads per day. Everybody understand that? $100 a day on ads, right? $100 a day on ads. It's agent 1, he's getting 300 leads a month. That's $10 a lead, right? $100 a day is getting him 300 leads. That's $10 a lead, and that's 10 leads per day. Okay? So if you're getting 10 leads per day, there is no way, really, truthfully, unless that's all you do and you're not like you have nothing else to do. Like, you don't do anything else. All you do is sit at the computer for 12 hours. You will not work all 10 of those leads every day. You won't. I don't care what nobody says. Not gonna happen. You won't do it because you will miss people who are available at certain times. That's the name of the game when you're running digital leads, drip leads. It does not matter. The name of the game is not the leads. It's how to work the leads. Just like if you give somebody a $2 lead, give somebody a $50 lead, the person with the $50 lead may not be as good as the person with the $2 lead because they don't know how to work it. Not only just from a sales standpoint, but how to dial, how to follow up. It's like they just don't have they don't have the right expectations of what the lead means. Yes, when you pay more, you are paying for your time back because you don't have to spend as much time, but you still have to spend time. You're not just paying, unless it's a transfer, you're not just paying for somebody to show up and you to have a conversation. You're going to have to work the lead. So if you're getting 10 leads per day, what we do, right, is that because you're getting those 10 leads per day, you should pass that off to an agent if you're not available. So what's going to happen, no matter what you do, if you do self-gen or drip-ins, whatever you want to call them, you will be on a call or busy or traveling, and leads will come in. And you have two options. Number one, you can be selfish and keep it for yourself. Or number two, you can pass it to another agent. Now, most people, they're like, yo, I'm not doing that. Like, it's my lead. It's like, okay, cool. Watch you not get in contact with that lead. Because if you pass those leads out, like, hey, I'm flying, all my leads that come in, dude, just take my leads. Like, see, me, that's the way I think, because it's like, even with my business now, when I have sales reps come in, I get leads, right, that I call. This is what it is. And then we also have leads that I don't call, like older leads. And I'll call those sometimes because I'm not prideful. Like, hey, people were just like, yeah, I'm not supposed to do this. Like, bro, we're not making $1 million a month. So, like, why am I not? Like, cool, we make 200K. It's like, yeah, I can pay a bunch of people and do that to sit back and do what? Like, I like working and I like being in the field and I like talking to people genuinely and I like helping people. So I'm not really tripping on calling. I don't love doing all the back end stuff. So I spend all my time hiring that way. But I don't mind like just talking to people, bro. It is what it is. And I will eventually get out of that. But what I'm trying to say is I'll have a lead come in while I'm on a call like this and I'll know I have to, or I'm recording something like this and I'll know I'll have to maybe record something else or I get on a call with a client. Dude, I'll just send it to one of my sales reps, regardless if they're new. If they fumble it, what difference does it make? It's just money. If you don't have the right mindset up here, you're cooked. I told you, if you don't have this, nothing else I'm saying matters. Because if you don't have this, you can't do all these other things. You look at money the wrong. You don't have a reality check of who you are, so you're spending too much or too little to not actually get the return. Some people shouldn't even be doing self-gen. Like, dude, you don't even, if you're not, like, side note, if you're not willing to pay like 3, 4, 5 grand a month and you're an agency owner, if not more, like, dude, you're not built for this. Like, you're just not. Like, honestly, kind of selfish in my opinion. Like, you make whatever you make and you can't spend 5 grand on your team. It's like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, cool, it's 5 grand. And I look at money like that because I don't have that mindset. I think abundantly. Like, drop 100K on a mentorship, cool, like, fine. If it doesn't work, it's $100,000. Yes. If I believe in myself, I'll get it back. The problem is most people don't believe in themselves. And they have such a scarce mindset. They're like, oh my goodness, what if I lose it? Cool. But what if you make a whole lot more? What if you get a 10x multiple on it? What if you get a 100x multiple on it? You're like, oh yeah, man. It's like, I had this in the past. I tried another mentor. Like, cool. So what? Like, fine. You pay for a mentor. It didn't work. Does that mean you stop looking for mentors? No, it doesn't. The reason I'm bringing that up is because it goes back to this. People are so stuck on having their leads, working their leads. It's like, bro, you're gone for 2 days. Just give all the leads to your agents. Oh, no, I'm going to work them when I get back. No, you're not. And if you do, you will make sales, but those are going to be the sales anyway. We're not searching for the laydowns. A laydown is a laydown is a laydown. We're searching for the juice. We're trying to get the squeeze out of whatever we're doing. The goal is not to make, oh, yeah, man, I made, whatever, and I spent the world. It's like, okay, if you can make more, how do you do that? This is only for agency owners because you got to have somebody to pass this to. An individual agent can't do this because they're just working. So an individual agent, once again, if you're watching this because you were just like, oh, what are you guys talking about? You can't do this. You don't have anybody to pass it to. But if you have agents, even one, pass them the lead. New agent doesn't know what's going on, pass them the lead. Get them a feel. It's like when people say, hey, you need to ride first class. Dude, you get exposed. After that, you're like, yo, how can I get my hands on these? Like, bro, you got to work for these. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have the wrong mindset about it, like, it doesn't matter. So for me, I look at it and say, okay, I spend $100 a day. That's $3 grand a month. I get 300 leads. It's $10 a lead. Dude, like, when I'm gone, I give my leads. Maybe a day on the weekend. If you don't work on a certain day, give them to your agents. Like, most people just look at it wrong. And it's like, you're not, like, we call those pass offs. Like, you want to pass that off. Now, some people wait days to do it. If they're just like workaholics and maybe they don't have a big team, they'll work their leads for like a week or 14 days at max, and then they'll pass them off. And the reason I say that is because if you don't have that way of thinking about it, you're just missing out on leads. Because even if you get 300 leads and you close, let's just say you close 30. You close 30 leads, 10%. If you could have closed 15% or whatever that is, 45 or whatever that number is, you're just not that's like, and then you're like, oh, well, that wouldn't have been me. Okay, but if 15 deals goes to your agent, he makes 15 grand. Number one, he rocks with you because you gave him free high intent leads. Number two, you just put 15 grand in his pocket. Do you not think that that person is more likely or less likely to build, grow, work for you, continue to grind? He's the reason why you're making cheese. Like, he's literally the reason why you're making money and you're not willing to give him the things. It just blows my mind. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be taking care of these people. And you're not willing to give them some drip-in leads because you feel like these are my leads? Like, bro, what? That's just selfish. And it's low-key, like, I don't like that. It's the same thing about how I feel about people that have these big agencies, but they make them split. Like, I'm going to be honest, I don't love that. To me, that's kind of childish. It's like, yeah, I want them to have skin in the game. Okay, cool. But, like, have them have skin in the game by paying you. like a retainer or something. Like, hey, bro, to get in this, you got to pay. Don't make them split it with you. Do you understand how that looks? Like you're the person who's making $1 million a month, 500 a month, 600 a month, and you're making split with your team like a few $100s. It's like, bro, aren't you supposed to be rolling? It goes back to what I'm saying. Be real. Like you don't really have that cheese. And I'm not coming at anybody individually. I'm just saying, like, if you really care about your people and you're really trying to build something, these people will work for you forever. You won't have a lot of people leave. I've seen it. I've worked with people, the agencies that do it. That's what they do. They don't penny pinch their agents. They want them to win. They know that if they spend money on a retainer or they buy leads and they give their extra leads to their agent and their agent makes money, that gets them excited. They go tell their family. They go post more. You're like, hey, bro, you can create little deals. Like, hey, look, I'll give you these leads, but if I do, you have to start posting. Because a lot of agents are afraid to post. Dude, you got to start posting. You got to start telling people about the opportunity. And they'll do it, but you're giving them something in return. Most people are just like, yeah, you need to post more, build an agency. Like, dude, people don't care about that. Especially if they're not seeing an ROI. You got to work in age leads talking about, yeah, bro, when we scale you up, we'll build an agency. It's like, yes, cool, we will. But like, everybody's not motivated the same. These pass offs, golden. Like, literally can take your agency from 250 to 500 within 2 months. Like easy. Not even have to do anything else. Just passing off extra leads, fresh leads, dripping leads to agents. You're like, oh man, if I give him, let's just say in order for him to close those 15, you had to give him 50 fresh leads. And that's kind of low. Let's just say you had to give him 75 fresh leads. You weren't going to close the 75 leads anyways. Because when he called them, think about this. What I've noticed is the people that pick up. This is the real God's honest truth. I'll talk to clients, agents. They'll get on a sales call with us, whatever. We'll close them or not close them. And let's say we don't close them. We'll do audits end of the year, every 6 months. We'll just follow up. I do a lot of I'm a big follow-up person. It's kind of how I rebranded and kind of came back to life. We'll follow up with them. The same people that respond the first time or pick up the phone the first time, they'll do that. You want to know why? Because that's their behavioral pattern. So, you know what that means? The people who didn't respond, I missed them at the wrong time. See, me, I'm the type of person, even if you call me, I'm going to pick up. So I was going to pick up regardless, as long as I'm by my phone. So if you call me enough, I'd pick up. There's certain people that you try to call or you text and they just don't respond. But maybe they would have responded if you'd talked to them in the first 5 minutes or when was the most convenient for them. But you just kept calling them at the wrong times. See what I'm saying? That's why you can pass leads off to people and they can close them and other people can't. It's not because they're just like inherently better or they just want to pick up. It's because they're probably working them at different times and they have a different behavioral pattern in terms of dialing than you do. So you're missing out on leads. It's like, it blows my mind that people don't do this. So I hope that makes sense. This was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to kind of break this down. We have one more video. We're going to talk about the age lead infrastructure. This is a play that we've been running that like prints, right? If you do all these things right, I promise you, you will have the best self-gen, real like agency, whatever leads, because like you can just continue to grow. Like it's kind of simple. But you need to have this. It's like super important. So as always, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to hop into the last video, part 5.